Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about Extreme Rules. Just ended about 10, 15 minutes ago, and boy, that was a great show. Great show. WWE has been on a roll as of late. Don't listen to the the I don't want to say protagonist. That's not the word. Propagandist. If that is a word. Um, who are telling you that WWE has been trash? It's all year. It's not. It's WWE has been on a roll since since basically since WrestleMania, and definitely, especially since they came back to the onto the thing. They came back to the crowds. Crowds came back. They've been on a roll. So we ain't gonna believe the propaganda, and we ain't gonna buy into it. WWE still the greatest. Um, that being said, we're here to talk about Extreme Rules 2021, and I will go through what would happen tonight, and I will be the matches and everything like that. So, um, so yeah, let me quickly do this here. I'm just doing some promoting, sharing my streams all over the world. So while we're doing that, we can talk um, Liv Morgan versus Carmella. That was on the kickoff show. Um, and they had a really good match. Um, this is all about Carmella being so into her, and maybe too much into her, right? That it has pissed off Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan worked her ass off to get where she's at, and Carmella's just talking about beauty and this and beauty that, and gets on TV and everything like that. Um, so I think the the scene here was that Carmella was she super kicked Liv twice. She went for the third time. Liv caught her, did that thing that she's been doing, which is double feeding her, and she went face first into to the table, threw her back into the ring like the Billy. Liv Morgan went for her finishing move. I don't know what it's called, but it's the move where she goes and jumps on the ropes and falls back down with it. 1, 2, 3. Liv Morgan wins. Really good. Like I said, it's both girls did an excellent job here and thoroughly entertained. I gave it 3 stars. Yeah. Also on the kickoff show, they showed a thing from when the New Day was coming in, and AJ Styles and almost right into it. They were looking. Sarah Schreiber was looking to interview the New Day. They did almost said, "No, you should be interviewing us." And then the New Day came up, and then they went up and they talked to the New Day. Bobby Lashley came in, and there was a fight, and it was made 6-man tag. It was going to be now added on onto the match, and we knew a match was going to be added, and it was added last minute. 6-man tag between the New Day and Bobby Lashley, almost and AJ Styles, and that match was up first on the card, and it was really good. We had some great spots there. Almost didn't do a lot. They're still really protecting because he is green. I don't even know if he even had a little bit of ring. He may have had maybe just a few months of ring time. There was a video on Twitter where they had what Malcolm Bivens was his manager. And he was in the ring, but he hasn't had a lot of ring time. So his ring time is coming, you know, like out here on the road and things like that. So excuse me, but it was really good. Um, there was some spots here and there. Kofi got some stuff in. He was more competitive against Bobby Lashley than at the King of not King of the Money in the Bank. Um, yeah, finish was Bobby Lashley was looking to spear Big E. Um, well, what's his face? AJ Styles blind tagging himself in. He went for the foot on the form. He missed it. But while AJ Styles was on the rope, Bobby Lashley tagged himself in, He came in with the spear Big E. Big E moved out of the way. He speared AJ Styles. Big E picked up Bobby Lashley, hit the big ending, 1, 2, 3. The New Day wins. And later on, this caused the Bobby Lashley and Big E to cut impassioned promos in which one Bobby Lashley wanted to get a rematch for the WWE Championship, and another one, Big E decided to accept it. So on Monday Night Raw, on the very beginning, you don't want to miss it. 8 Eastern, 7 Central. When Raw starts, you're gonna get kicked out. You're gonna get Bobby Lashley versus Big E for the WWE Championship. Who knows what's gonna happen? They could do a switch and have Bobby Lashley win it back, from Big E. They put on Big E maybe just to try to drop the proper rating, and it didn't happen. Or this could be just be the way that they can blow this off. So you know there is maybe one of the good things of having two championships is that you can have one championship be defended on TV and the other one be defended on on pay per view. So maybe that was the deal. Who knows? But I think it's gonna be a really, 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 really good match tomorrow night, and I can't wait for it. I'll be having Raw on, and I'll be switching back and forth from that. When the Raw goes to commercial break, I'll be turning on Peyton and Eli. So that's what I'll be doing. Okay. So next was the SmackDown Tag Team Championship between the Usos and the Street Profits. And on Friday on SmackDown, Angelo Dawkins was not there. He was at a friend's wedding. It was Montez Ford called the Usos bloodline vicious. Just thrown off. Roman wanted a match with him. He got one. Montez Ford versus Roman Reigns had a fantastic match. Roman Reigns beat him with the guillotine. He tapped out. Usos came out. They set up a table and they put him through a table. So his ribs were that wrapped up, and that's what the story was about the ribs. We're hurting the ribs of Montez Ford. Montez Ford has that high arcing 5-star frog splash, and it hurt his ribs, and it caused him to not once but twice get down on a pin, not immediately cover, costing him some valuable time, and the pin was broken up. But then the Usos came back, and they were going for a double super kick. Dawkins moved the Tez out of the way. Dawkins took the super kick, double super kick. They hit the double super kick anyway. Then they went ahead and they hit the double splash. 1, 2, 3. Usos retained. It was a really, really good match. It really was. You knew it was going to be one just from when they had the SmackDown match the other week, and that ended in a DQ. You know this one was going to be fantastic. You know we were going to get a winner, and the Usos won and retained the SmackDown Women's Championship. No. What the fuck? They retained the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. All right. Anywho, I gave it just in case if I didn't mention it, Liv Morgan and Carmella, 3 stars. 6-man tag was 3.5 stars. SmackDown Tag Team Title match, I gave 4 stars. That was really, really fun. That's what the Raw Women's Championship match between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, and this was great. Flair is still the queen, and she's still the the best to ever do it if it comes to women. And Alexa Bliss was good as well. A lot of people have been saying that they're glad that they've gotten away from some of the stuff Alexa Bliss is doing and just making her wrestle again. But they were trying different things during the pandemic, and you can't fault them for that. You don't have to like it. The cinematic matches, but it was okay. It was okay what they were doing. But she got in the ring and she did some wrestles. It's different stuff. I really like it. This was her hometown, Columbus, Ohio. Crowd was epically behind her and behind Lily. and it was fantastic. They had some really really good stuff here. I think um, both girls has worked their ass off, and it was great. We had a sequence where Alexa Bliss like got out of the got out of the natural selection. She hit a DDT. And you didn't get the pin. It was her foot on the rope. Charlotte Flair grabs Lily and she throws it at her. And then when Alexa Bliss throws to catch her blocker, she hits her with a big boot. She kneels her down and then she hits her with the natural selection. 1, 2, 3. Charlotte Flair retains the Raw Women's Championship. Then there was afterwards. Afterwards, she decides to beat up. She says to beat up. She decided to tear up the Lady doll. She tore it up into pieces, cotton and everywhere, all over the place. The mask, the face, and everything like that. Alexa tried to stop her. She couldn't. Um, and then it was some um, some chicanery somehow. Charlotte Flair got the upper hand. Charlotte Flair threw um, what's her face over the Alexa Bliss over the announce table. When Alexa Bliss fell, she grabbed something in a blue package. I thinking it was some type of Alka-Seltzer tablet or something like that, something to cause her to foam at the mouth. But it didn't take so well because then when she got on the table and she screamed and everything and got in the ring and she was crying over the dog. You could see it in her mouth. It was like a white substance, like a white tablet or something. It hadn't dissolved. It hadn't started to foam up, and then it was foaming up a little bit, but it wasn't foaming up big time. And she just it didn't work, and so she was screaming and yelling. We got a "Thank you, Lily" chant from the crowd in Columbus, which was hilarious. And then she started crying, and it's okay to do that, but it went on for a little too long. It did. It went on for a little too long. I will say that. But so yeah, now we'll see what happens. I still think they're gonna do Charlotte versus Becky at um, at at Survivor Series. It just doesn't make sense to do so. It's one of the biggest matches. Once again, they haven't wrestled since WrestleMania 35, right? I don't know when the last time they wrestled. I really don't. I don't know. I don't really know when the last time they wrestled Becky and Charlotte. But it's going to be a fantastic match. So yeah, we know. So I don't see why it would make a difference. I don't think anything's going to happen beforehand. I think Alexa will get her revenge, but I don't think it's going to happen anything afterwards. So yeah, good match. Give it 3.5 stars. Next was the United States title match between Damian Priest, Sheamus, and Jeff Hardy. This one was also really, really good. Very, very good. So some good stuff here from all three of these guys. These guys went out and they bust their ass. They brought out all of the old things. We had Sheamus bringing out a clover leaf. Uh, a couple of spots that was messed up. Um, there was the Damian Priest was going for the reckoning on Jeff Hardy, and then what they wanted to do was they wanted to switch it up and flip it around, and then have Jeff Hardy do a twist of fate, but it didn't. They ended up falling back, and Jeff Hardy had him in a dragon sleeper. Corey Graves tried to cover for him. Jeff Hardy's going for a dragon sleeper. And, that's what he was trying to do, but yeah. And then there was also one. There was Dean Priest was trying to reverse the 10 beats of the Baldwin, and he slipped off the apron. He tried to catch up with a kick to the shin and get up and do it himself, but that doesn't take off from the match. The match was good, really good. Had a finishing sequence of Sheamus hitting a knee on Jamie and Priest, and with Jeff Hardy pushing him out. No, but actually, we should do this. We should go back to the um I think maybe it was a bro kick. I'm not sure. but Sheamus was pinning Damian Priest. Jeff Hardy breaks up the pinfall with the Swanton, and then so then when that happens, uh, he goes for the reckoning again, but it's reversed into the the pump handle knee, which Sheamus was doing, and then that's when Jeff Hardy pushed him out. He got to get Jeff Hardy got to get the cover, get the 2 count. Sheamus came back in, brogue kicked Jeff Hardy, and then Damian Priest rolled up Sheamus as Jeff Hardy was rolling up the ring. 1, 2, 3 to retain his United States Championship. Now, listen, if you're sad about the finish, you got to get over. You got to get over yourself. The finish, the finishing. That's not a bad finish. That's really good. I think it kind of keeps everybody strong. Basically. So I love it. I would like to see Jeff Hardy move back to SmackDown and have him start a program with Roman Reigns before they go to the WrestleMania. Steve. So um, I think what I would like to see is that happen. That would be really really cool in my opinion. But yeah, then afterwards, Jeff and Damian Priest shared some respect, and so it was really really again a really really fun match. Loved it. 3 3/4 stars. That was really really good. SmackDown Women's Title match was next. We had Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair, and this was about again showcasing Bianca's power. She was doing a lot of things and picking up Becky Lynch, and doing this and doing that with Becky, and it's been fantastic. Becky was working the arm for the what's the name, the disarm her. It's really really fun stuff. At one point, very early in the match, Becky Lynch walks around the side, and Adam, not Adam, Michael Cole says something, and Becky Lynch Becky Lynch right there and hears it. And he tells Michael, "Don't tell me what I'm thinking, Michael. No, you tell me what I'm saying, Michael." So I thought that was really really fun. That's something like that is something that is great. It is something that adds to it's always the little things that add to the thing. The little things don't take away from stuff a lot of times, but the little things do add to it. And that little thing right there, I think, was awesome to add to it. Again, like I said, the match was great, really fun. And we saw Bianca Belair putting up Becky Lynch, getting ready for the KOD. We saw the return of Sasha Banks. She attacked Bianca Belair. She attacked Becky Lynch. So Sasha is back, and she wants that SmackDown Women's Championship. So it's we'll see where it goes. Um, there could be somewhere where you know the Street Profits and Bianca, they will be moved to Raw in the draft when the draft is coming up for Friday and next Monday. So there could be a match between Bianca, um, Becky, and Sasha next. On this coming Friday, and and then maybe they get drafted, and then one of those is Bianca or Sasha or wherever they get drafted on Monday night. So, but it's gonna be interesting. I'm kind of here. I'm kind of looking at the I'm kind of looking at the game here between the Packers and the 76ers before United. We got another last second thing going here. If you saw the game between Baltimore and the Lions earlier today, that was sick and insane. Justin Turner. Can you believe it? Um, anyway, um, so yeah, again, it's a DQ, but people got to get over the DQ things. DQ matches finishes are going to happen. No, everybody didn't get upset when Omega and Dixon went to a time limit draw this past Wednesday, right? Because it made sense. It made sense to go to a time limit draw because You didn't want Danielson to lose his first match, and you didn't want the champion to lose a match, that wasn't for the title or didn't have any type of other meaningful anything like that, right? So yeah, and nobody and everybody would feel that it was okay, right? It makes them seem like they're on equal levels. Well, this is this one. You didn't want Becky just won it. You don't want Becky to lose it, especially when Survivor Series coming up and you got the Charlotte Becky thing looking to happen. And you didn't really want to beat Bianca Belair again. You just beat her in 26 seconds, right? You didn't want to, do that. So you just didn't want to, you want to do that again and beat her again that way. I guess you could have, but you know, you want to keep something out of it. So this was a fine thing. You want to introduce Sasha Banks again. So this was fine. Really, really fun. This was 4 stars. I thought it was really, really good too. Really, really good too. And again, I said it in my predictions video. I'll say it again. Becky Lynch is so much better as a heel. It's not even funny. She's so much better. So much better on the mic. So much better in her reactors. So much better with everything. So now we got 3 seconds left. 28, 27. The Packers got 27. They just drove down the field in less than a minute with no timeouts. Of course they did because they have Aaron Rodgers, and now they're on to kick a field goal. Not sure how long the field goal is, but it's a field goal. Mason Crosby, um, 51-yard field goal. San Francisco took the timeout to ice him. So let's see. It's been a night of some fantastic finishes, a day and night of fantastic finishes. Let's see if we get one in football. We get one in wrestling. So let's see. The kick, it's up, and the kick is good. Green Bay sneaks out a win over San Francisco, 30-28. After Jimmy Garoppolo drove the 49ers down there and to win, Aaron Rodgers does it as well. Incredible. Okay, so now let's go ahead. Let's finish it up with the last thing, the Universal Title match: Roman Reigns versus the Demon Finn Balor. Oh, incredible! This was the only match that had an Extreme Rules stipulation, and it was the Extreme Rules. A lot of people are bitching about that as well. I don't particularly care because I knew there's going to be some good matches. But I do kind of think that if it is going to be Extreme Rules, there should have been more match. All the matches should be Extreme Rules like it was when the concept first happened. Every match has an Extreme Rule, and they could have done some things like that. Even if it is just if it's the same rule. One is a street fight. What's a street fight? It's a no DQ match. One is a no DQ match. What's a no DQ match? It's a street fight. But whatever. Roman comes out, not really selling what the demon is giving him. The demon is he's doing his thing, and oh man, and it was great. It was some really great fun action. At one point they start to go wrestle out in the crowd, and Roman does like this, and Paul Heyman hands him a mask. Now, you may forget, right? You may forget, but what's his face? Roman Reigns is immunocompromised from his cancer. So if you're gonna, so I guess one would say, well, when you're just not wrestling in the crowd, yes, that makes the most sense. But hell, why not? It's a cool looking spot. He looks cool with the mask on. He puts on his black mask. He goes out and he wrestles, and they wrestle in the crowd. They wrestle to the stage of the pre-show. It was, and at one point they get on top, and it looks like Roman's gonna drive him through the glass thing, but the demon fights off and pushes him down, and then splashes him, falls through a table. They were setting up. They were doing like this, setting up for a table thing. The crowd, every time you do something like this, the crowd chants for "We want tables, we want tables." And Roman was just saying, "No, you're not having tables." Finn would put it out, no, and he would get a hold of Finn, beat him down, and push the table back under. No, we're not having tables. We'll have tables when I want tables. Really, really fun stuff. So he gets put to a table. They go back to the ring, and they start to have another fight, and it's some really great stuff as usual. The rules kind of helped this one with it being extreme as well, because they could do some other type of things as like fighting out in the crowd. Um, but that was really really good. Um, and then it gets to the point where Finn Balor takes over control over Roman Reigns, and he gets up to the thing to do the thing, to do the coup de grace. He hits the coup de grace, but look who pulls him out. It's the Usos. They're out there and they pull him out and they fight him off. They set up a table. They go to put him through a table. Finn fights him off, hits one on the thing. He power bombs the other one on to a table, and the table just collapses. So while he's celebrating, Roman Reigns goes out and spears him through the barricade, and while everybody is down, all of a sudden you hear the start of the demon music. And when that's going off, Finn starts he starts he starts about as if he's coming back to life. And then you start hearing it, and then it's hearing the music. And oh my god, and it was incredible. And he pops back up, raises back up. He's a demon again, and he shotgun drop kicks Roman through the table that the Usos set up. He puts Roman with some chairs, throws Roman into the thing, and he climbs in. The music is playing and everything. It's in the red light, and he goes to the top of the rope, and he's standing on the thing. He's going for the coup de grace again, and all of a sudden, the fucking thing breaks. It breaks. And he goes and he falls to the canvas, and he's holding his knee, and he's trying to stand up on the knee, and he can't do it. And he's looking around like, what the fuck is happening? The music stopped, the light went away, and everything like that. And then Roman Reigns, he doesn't know what happened either. He just sees Finn Balor, and boom, spear, 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns retains the Universal Champion. Afterwards, he's asking the referee what happened, and he starts looking up, and as if it was a divine intervention. It's just really, really fun, and it's great. There are a lot of people out there that didn't like that finish. I love that finish. I thought that was awesome. I love everything from when um from when he gets speared through the barricade, and they hear the heartbeat, and I love that. And he raises back up as if he's just been reborn again. It was fantastic. It was really, really fantastic. That's good shit, y'all. That's real, real good shit. Um, that's good shit, pal. Um, so yeah, amazing. Roman is still God. Other than the John Cena match, which they just don't have a lot of good chemistry. I don't think. Um, either that or they try to make their matches epic, and they don't. They just need to try to make a good match, and a good match might turn out epic. Either way, whatever. But that's been really the only dud when it comes to Roman Reigns in his matches. They've all been fantastic. Anytime Roman Reigns wrestles, it's been ecstatic. And so was this one. 4.25 star. Just amazing. And no Brock Lesnar, so I lost that one. Brock Lesnar did not show up. And as he was walking off, I believe I didn't listen to it close enough, but I believe he said, "I'm the greatest of all time." The head of the table, the tribal chief. Look at now, and they're walking off, man. It's just he just I don't know what Pro Wrestling Illustrated was thinking. I'm telling you, Tony Khan must be paying off these folks. They really must be, because after the year that he's had, for him not to be number one, you give it to Kenny Omega. Get the fuck out of here. Really, get the fuck out of here. Ain't no way in hell Kenny Omega been a better wrestler. He wasn't better. He's been better than Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley's been better here. I don't think Kenny Omega been in the top 10. Really, he hasn't. It's Roman Reigns is God, and that's all you need. So yeah, really really fun show. Extremely good, and we shouldn't I guess because it's all the pay-per-views this year have been fun, really really good fun, great fun, in fact, and yeah. So I'm guessing they're not doing Clash of Champions. I'm guessing they're just going straight to Crown Jewel, which is going to be on Thursday, October 21st. That is going to be the date. I will be doing that pay per view from here. I will be watching it, and after I watch it, I will be doing the recap of Crown Jewel. But firsthand, we got the draft. We got the draft. It's Friday, and then we got the draft next Monday. So we'll see what things switch, what things changes, and we'll probably be talking about the draft on Back to Shoot on the 8th of October. So make sure you click the notification bell because you want to make sure that you get notified when I put that video out or when I put any video out or when I go live again or whatever, so that you can always know what I'm getting ready to do. So yeah, really, really fun. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Post your regular. No, that's another thing. But yeah, post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys thought. What you guys thought of Extreme Rules. What you guys thought of that ending. And yeah, but just let me know what you guys thought. By the way, really quick, let's go through it. Roman Reigns won that one. Becky Lynch lost that one. Charlotte Flair, Jamie Priest, the Usos, Liv Morgan. Will Brock show up? Yes, it was no. Going 5-2. 5-2 for Extreme Rules after a 5-2 NXT Takeover 36. So yeah, really really good stuff here. Really really good stuff. I'm freaking glad I'm taking some notes. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy AJTRIP signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there, and I am out.